What's up guys, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the best controller settings, or at least like, you know, like most liked. But me, I like choosing my own settings, but you can like copy a lot of pros or whatever you would like, but I normally choose my own. And I'm going to be showing you like the optional ones, like for example linear and exponential. Alright, so I know this is not controller, but I'm gonna be going over these settings as well. Alright, this doesn't mean anything, but yeah, these are like my colorblind settings. I have my brightness like very high on my monitor, so I keep this at 50, but I like using it anywhere between 50 and 100, because 100 plus is just too bright for me, so I'd keep it at like anywhere like 75, like around there is enough for me. But a lot of people, yeah, moving on to the colorblind mode, a lot of people use daequan or off, because like protanope and tridanope are just like not really known and they're not good. Like protanope, I'll show you what protanope 10 looks like, protanope 5 and everything. This is protanope, I think 10. Yeah, I'm on keyboard right now, but this is what it looks like. Oh, for gold. This is what our controller. Yeah, rebuilds aren't good, but this is what it looks like. It looks kind of good in my opinion, but a lot of people don't use it. Like, you won't see many pros using protanope. But yeah, moving on to tridanope. This is just really bright. It's way too bright for me. But if you do want to use tridanope, I'd recommend putting it at like 5 or below. Like this is 5, and this is also just really bright. Yeah, so I'd stick with off or daequan, and I wouldn't go above 5 when you use daequan. But personally, I keep mine at 2, sometimes 3. This is what 2 looks like, what I was using before. So you still get kind of bright. It's like, you get the effect, but it's still bright enough so you can like see everything that you need to see. But yeah, moving past the colorblind, I'm gonna go down to this. This is for the PC players. All of these are for the PC players. If you're on console, just skip past all of this. View distance, I recommend on keeping either near, so you keep the mobile builds if you're on high meshes. But if you're playing like arena and stuff, or I'd keep it on near if you're playing like creative. But if you're in arena, I prefer keeping it on like far at least, maybe epic, but I'm normally keep mine on far if I'm playing arena. Because for example, I'll go down here real quick for an example. You'll see that it stays there, but if I put it on near, you'll see that it's just a blur. So if you're landing and all you see is that, you have no idea what you're landing on, so you're gonna have to mark it. But if you're on controller and you play linear, that's gonna be hard because it like moves a lot, especially if you have a low dead zone. But sorry. Then if you put it on epic, you see exactly what the gun is, and even from like a far distance, you still see what the gun is. But about like 50 meters is where you stop seeing the gun. About 53 meters is where you stop seeing the gun. And that's for epic. But if you keep it on far, I believe it's about like 45 meters. Oh, about 50. So it's basically the same thing. You just get less FPS. So I'd prefer to keep mine on far. And then for the other ones, I prefer just keeping this off, and low. I don't really get the hype about textures. It just kind of takes away a lot of your FPS. But I just prefer to keep it on low. And then I'm in creative, so I'm going to keep this on near. And then let's move on to these. I just keep all of these, like this is all just optional, like, but then I go down to the building. I have mine on, off, on. Turbo building, you just of course should have on. Confirm edit on release. If you have it off, it's going to slow down your edits, but you will have more precision. Like for example, let me drop my gun. I will have this edit, right? I will open it. I will do all 4, and then I'll just release when I'm done. But if you do it, it's more of like a flick action. More of if you put it off, you have to do it. Sorry, then you have to click confirm. you're on controller, it's a lot easier because you're pressing 2 different buttons. But if you're on keyboard, it's a lot harder in my opinion. I just don't like it because it just makes me a lot slower. I prefer like mechanics over aim. But that's also because I'm like a keyboard man. That's what a lot of keyboard men would say. But I prefer it on because it's just a lot faster. All you have to do is just let go. But if you're going for precision and you want to like have more edits, or more aim, and you want to have more precision in your edits, then I'd go with off. But if you're going for speed and less accuracy, I'd prefer to just practice with it on. But that's my personal opinion. Moving on, disable pre-edit option. I have this off. If edits were normal, a lot of times if you have it on, right, you won't have pre-edits. And also at the same time, sometimes you'll be editing and then you'll click it, and instead of going to this, you'll just stay there. And you'll be like, huh, like I'll freeload for a second. Like that just happened right there. You see how the left stick just disappeared. That's like the glitch that happens when this mode is on. That's why I prefer to have it off. But at the same time, instead of just turning it off, you're gonna want to go to your keybinds. Or actually, I think this might only be a keyboard thing. I apologize. If you're on controller, I'd prefer to just have it on. Then, sorry, yeah, just turn it on. But if you're on keyboard, I'll just go over this real quick. If you're on keyboard, you're gonna want to scroll down to, I believe it's what's it called, MISC. Sorry, MISC. You're gonna go to switch quick bar. Then you just want to put it to a random button that you don't use. And basically what that will do is it will make it so that glitch goes away. And I don't know if it works on controller. I don't think there's like a switch bar. There might be. I'm not just like all about the controller, like actual binds like that. I'm more of like controller settings and like sensitivity and stuff. But that's covering this basically. And yeah, just turn all of your like replays off. And yeah, that's about it for that. This, I have my HUD scale on 60, and then I have all of these on except for latency. Debug stats. Make sure you have your reticle on. And then I put my number scale very high, just so you can see exactly what damage you hit better. And this, it doesn't really matter. You can do cumulative list, but sorry if I pronounce this wrong. Cumulative is just better in my opinion. It's all up to you, but I'd go with cumulative. So put cumulative on. Then moving on to this. I don't know if you use gyro or not, but I don't, so I'm not gonna be going over that. And we're skipping keyboard options. And we're going straight to this. Make sure you have both of these on. Both of these on. And that's just huge because build immediately. I don't really know about this. But this, I believe, just makes it so whenever you move forward on your stick, it instantly runs. But Builder Pro, you should just have Builder Pro on. It's just like common sense. Edit hold time. I don't use like hold. I have left stick. And this is only for if, let's say like you still play on like Builder Pro or something, and you edit with B. This will just be. Alright, sorry. Edit hold time. It'll just take less time to do it, but I'll be going over it custom in a second. Oh, sorry. But moving on, vibration off, of course. Slide hold time, make sure you have this as low as possible. So as soon as you press down, you instantly slide when you want to. And this confuses a lot of people. Should you have use advanced options on or off? If you have it off, it instantly puts you on exponential, which is an option down here. Instantly puts you on exponential, but you will not see the option. So if you go here, you'll see that it's like very choppy and slow. Or actually, sorry, hold on, let me put on like, I'll put it on average sense. Normal. You see that it's very choppy, or like not really choppy, but like here. I'm gonna put it on a sense that I would prefer. Let's put it on fast. This is what sense I would do. You see it's very choppy. Yeah, this is exponential. It's just very bad. But what you do need to know about advanced options off is if you are a slow player, make sure you put both of these on 1. But if you are a fast player, put both of these on 10. this will actually affect your gameplay. So you see, if I have both of them on 1, and then I turn advanced, and I turn advanced options on, it plays like slow. Or I'm kind of just a fast player, but it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like for me, it feels slower. But then if you turn it off and then put it on 10, and then turn it back on, it's gonna feel a lot faster. Well, you'll see it in my gameplay in a second. You see it's just a lot faster. And I'm not really used to it. It won't affect your gameplay that much. Wait, hold on, wait, did I change something on accident? No, I didn't. But it will affect your gameplay. But I prefer it on 1. So turn that on 1, or whether you're a fast player or a slow player, turn it on whatever. Then what you're going to do is when you go, I think these were both on 1.8, weren't they? Yeah, they were. They for sure were. But yeah, then these are my personal settings. You can go copy whatever other person you'd want. But like I said, I'm more of like a mid-range player. I like having movement just like G-Money or my brother Vizlu, but I'm just not quite as good as them. It's because I don't play like claw or paddles or anything. But personally, for these two, I like these on 1.8, 1.8. It's just like a mid-range type sense. You see, if you go on like here, it's not really middle, but I'd say it's about like 40%, or not 40, maybe like 35% filled. Then you're gonna want to go down here. You're gonna put these on 42%, 42%. Especially make sure you have advanced options on. Sorry. And then I have no boosts. 0.00 seconds on turning boost ramp time. This I don't really notice a difference. You can turn it on and off, figure out what you like better. I just don't really notice a difference. You can read this real quick while I have it up. I'll give you a couple seconds. Alright, then moving on, we'll go to the ADS. I have these on 7.7, or not 7.7, sorry, 7.7. This is like pretty slow. This isn't like fast enough for me, because I like putting mine, like, I don't put my sticks all the way to the side while I use them. I'm more of like, sorry I'm saying like a lot, but I slow. I don't flick my sticks. I just go slow. So I prefer anywhere from 7 to 10. More of like around 8-ish. I meant to have it on 8, but you see this is like faster. You can go like this. Sorry. And you can like, if you zoom in, you can like go faster. But yeah, I prefer that on like 7 or 8-ish. All the way to 10, I guess. 0 boost, 0, or any 0 boost. 0 ramp time. You're gonna have 0 ramp time for everyone. But this is probably the most controversial setting for controller ever. Maybe even setting in total. Alright, so I have no idea where I left off. I think it was the linear and exponential argument. And I was talking about how I go with linear, because the builds, they're just like way more smooth. Like you see like this compared to, let me scroll down just with my mouse. This, like you see it's like choppy. Like exponential definitely is like good pick, but I just don't think it's better than linear. Like your mechanics will still be good, just not as good if they're on linear. And also like you never want to be a choppy player, because I used to have a friend that was really choppy, and as soon as he switched to linear, he played on exponential into every would be. Whoever you are, you know who I'm talking about. Or if you're watching this video, you know that it's you. And a couple of my friends know who it is. But it's just very choppy. Then if you just go to linear, you'll notice that you're a lot smoother. And you're gonna notice that it feels like very fast. But I recommend lowering like your sense and everything to get used to it. Maybe if my sense is too fast for you, possibly lower it a little bit. If it's too slow for you, raise it a little bit. But yeah, then think that covers it. Oh wait, dead zone. Sorry. Aim says make sure you have 100, by the way. Then dead zone. This is also a crazy argument. Should you have very high dead zone, like 15? Well, first of all, look at this. This is a very good thing to look at. If you look at this, right, you go on max, you'll notice that this goes all the way out to the stick. What dead zone is basically how far you have to move your stick for it to move. This, you have to move your stick all the way to the side for it to move. Like, look. You'll notice that it's like choppiest thing ever. That's because I have to move my stick all the way. And if I don't, then it will be like not moving. And if I move it all the way down, you'll notice that it's like the smoothest thing in the world. Like, look at this, right? But it's also gonna have like major stick drift, like, but you'll also be a lot faster. So it's completely up to you how you want yours to be. But I personally, your left stick dead zone should never be 5. Because then you're just gonna have stick drift no matter where you go. And in my opinion, there's just no point in having it on 5 because that's just like very low. So I have it on 7+. You can even put it to 10. That's like still reasonable. But right stick, I recommend having between 5 and 8. If like 8 is still like fast, like very fast. Or not very fast, but it's still like decently fast. And 5 is just like so smooth, dude. So I normally have mine on about 5, 6, or 7. But right now I'll go on 6. And then I have my left stick on 7. But yeah, try those settings out for yourself. And then now I'm going to be going over the binds. This is the last thing I'm going to be going over. So first of all, we're in 2023. You shouldn't have any of these options. You should be on custom right now. Come on now. And I'm going to go on keyboard for this. So first of all, these don't matter. If you play left claw and you're on like PS4, these for sure do matter. And same with these. If you're on PS4, it's a different story. I'm gonna go over Xbox first because this is what I play on. If you play on paddles or claw, I still do recommend using left stick edit. If you do use claw on Xbox, either use any of these edit or left stick edit. Those are the best. But if you did have to edit, I'd go with Y with one of these. But best thing to edit with is left stick, unless you're on PlayStation. If you're on PlayStation, use probably like this to edit, or like anything. You can like look at claw players. I'm not the best with that, but Xbox, use left stick. And nobody's using this, bro. Who's gonna use this? I just use this because like the little things look clean. But Xbox, all of these, it doesn't matter what order you have them in. But A, basically everybody has this jump. B, a lot of people have as like switch mode, which is basically like, which is basically like the thing you do this for throughout your builds. Then X, a lot of people have as like their reload interact, which is basically like dropping and picking up guns, dropping and picking up guns, picking up guns. But I have that as B. Like I said, it doesn't really matter what order you have them in. A lot of people are gonna call me weird for it, but yeah. Then switch mode, or actually toggle pickaxe. Sorry, it literally just pulls out your pickaxe. That's basically it. All right, and that's about it. But if you're on PlayStation, you can also edit with D-pad, or mostly this. This is normally what you should be editing with. Or this, sorry, this is the thing down here. And that's about it for the video. Let me know how you feel about my settings in the comments. Drop a like down below, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.